guys, welcome back to Beyond the Barrel Bourbon. That is Phil,
AKA
I am Eric,
Dr. Phil,
AKA the Bourbon City
Uncle
Broker.
Phil,
That is Caryn with Green River.
man of the people.
This is Jazz from Bardstown Bourbon Company. You guys may recognize him from being in Bardstown or Kentucky, or from watching our show last year. They're fun guests, except Karen's mean to me because she sides with little Phil over there. And but that's all right. I got Jazz on my side.
I got you.
That's why. Look, that's why when they,
She's Switzerland. She's neutral, man.
Hey, listen. That's why when they came back, they've got assigned seating. So
We were sitting in the same places
we
last year.
I am protected by my dear friend Jazz here against those people over there. But no, guys, look, for real, thank y'all for coming back on. We truly appreciate it. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start with some Green River stuff.
Okay.
Caryn, what's new? What like? So it's been a year.
Yeah.
What?
I do know for sure.
Tell us
Y'all
what you
opened
know.
that new tasting room.
We did. We just opened our Louisville tasting room.
Caryn, thanks for answering.
Well, given some. This guy hates me.
Yes.
I got you, Phil.
I was
We
there
know.
2 weeks ago. The pours were cheap.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that.
Reasonable. We like to use the word reasonable.
Well, for
Nobody
what
wants
I'm
to hear
used to,
that.
for especially city pours is what I call them. City pours are expensive. You go to Las Vegas and it's out of control. So if you can get a pour for, a few bucks, I think y'all were doing. And I don't know if it's a thing where y'all do. Maybe y'all. I know y'all had a pick there, and maybe y'all have special deals on like pick.
Yeah, there's always usually a single barrel there. We try to. We had. I know recently they just debuted another. I think we did single barrel at the downtown tasting room. There are barrel aged cocktails there.
Oh.
Old fashions that you can, like, the bartender will literally thieve it straight out of the barrel in front of you and put it in your glass with a thief. I think that's pretty cool.
That is.
And then of course the big attraction is the fill your own jug.
Ryan did the fill your own jug. He wanted us to ask you if you knew what was in it at the time, because he said what was advertised was a wheated, but the guy told him it was a rye. So I'm assuming it probably was a rye.
So it was a high rye bourbon. We toasted the opening of the tasting room with a wheated bourbon.
Okay.
But the fill your own currently is the high rye bourbon.
So how long has it been open?
We opened it on June, like right in the June 15th area.
So it's brand new.
Yeah,
it's fresh,
it's fresh, and actually it was about 2 months ahead of schedule. We were able to get it done, so we were really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice in there too, man.
Yeah,
it's nice.
it's pretty.
It's modern. And it's like in the middle of everything.
Yeah, we're like 3 doors down from our Bardstown tasting room.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you can hit us both up at the same time.
Oh, you can't go there and not visit both. I mean, it's
Truly. And Caryn and I get the unique opportunity to be in these dual roles where we travel to educate and spread the good word of the brands, but we're also part of the marketing team. So we got to see this project go from Post-it notes on like a wall to this like beautiful reality. And it was fun to do it because we had just done it a few years ago with the Bardstown tasting room. So we'd already thought about like, okay, how do we want it to look and feel, and where are we going to have these experiences at? And I don't know, it's just such a cool thing to be on that project and like witness it come together.
Yeah, I do get similar vibes from each place, each tasting area y'all have there. I get similar
I could
vibes from it.
see that. Also, you didn't mention Tilda.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say, I think what's cool for, obviously people that have been to our BBC tasting room, modern, just like our distillery is there. And we wanted to be unique with our Green River tasting room as well. So being that our brand is so old, we went old school and got Tilda, which is she's a talking machine. And you can put your coin in, and she'll give you relative information and give you cool stories, and it's a fun thing. It's an old Voltran machine, so we just had it all designed for us at Green River.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So with this being a 2-part series, right? We're focusing on Green River on this part, right? And then we're gonna do Bardstown on the second one, right? And so one of the things I'm curious about is I think last year the partnership between the two of y'all was kind of new, wasn't it? Like the Bardstown Green River partnership. It was relatively recent.
Well, we joined forces in 22.
Okay.
We became under the same ownership in July of 22.
Okay.
So we're really into our 3rd year of being under the same ownership. 2 separate distilleries, but under the same ownership.
So okay, so it's not as recent as I was remembering, but I guess my ultimate question with that is have y'all noticed a major like boom from it, like from the acquisition or the new?
From our side of things, from Green River side, I can say, yeah. When we first launched, we were in 4 states. When we merged with Bardstown, then we immediately went into 21 more states. So that put us up to 25 states. And now together, I think as of today, both of our brands are in 45 states and 2 countries.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's been for our 2 particular brands at our price point and the quality, we're growing. I mean, there's no slowing down.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it has been fascinating to witness. I mean, Caryn and I get to go to some of the same events year after year, and the amount of people who the next year are like, I remember you from last year, or the amount of people who are like, I love your product, it's neat.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's fun to see to see other people talking about our brands. They will, when we're at the Whiskey Fest or at doing events, I brought my friend with me this time because I came last year and had so much fun and I want them to experience it, or I've told my friend all about your distillery and they've got to go, or so that's the fun part in our position is pretty much 2 years ago. We had to tell everybody who we were and where we were from. And now people are going, oh, you're from Bardstown, or you're from Green River, and that's really cool. That's fun to watch the brand grow.
Well, hell, how many times throughout the year do I text y'all? Like the 4 of us are in a group chat. How many times do I text y'all throughout the year? Like, hey, when are y'all coming down? Like, we need to do something. Let's get together. Let's do something because,
Absolutely.
I mean, look, we enjoy the company that y'all give us. We enjoy the products that y'all bring, and I mean, they're in town right now for Tales of the Cocktail again, right? And I mean, I wasn't able to get out there last year. I think we were, I don't know, we were busy last year, but I know,
I don't remember.
we
I know it was packed this year.
we got out there last night. I mean, or night before last, and it was, or a couple nights ago. By the time you see this, but I mean, it was nasty hot, and it was stupid packed. But that's a great thing.
So that is actually a perfect example of how we are just rapidly growing. Last year we threw an event, maybe 3 hours, I think 150 people came through. The entire time we were able to mingle and like pretty much touch everyone that stopped by. This year, the door opened, there was a line around the block.
Wow.
We had 700 people come through. We went through 900 cocktails, and that's not even including neat pours or non-batched cocktails. So like if someone was like, oh, let me get a you call it or a whiskey and soda, like we didn't include that. And we were just blown away by like the warmth and the reception. I mean, literally the warmth. It was blazing hot.
Literally.
Y'all did pick the 2 hottest days of the year so far to do an event outside.
Yeah.
But it was incredible to see so many people so excited to be there for and with us. So yeah, we were first of all happy that y'all stopped by.
Yeah.
Even though you thought Todd was me.
You know,
That's
fair.
a thing. That's a thing though. Like everybody thinks Todd.
Until
and me
they
are
saw
the
them
same.
both on camera at the same time.
I
nobody
feel
knew.
like if he wanted to commit some crimes wearing your clothes, you would be in trouble.
I know. It's weird, man. It's so like when there's
weird
actually
to me.
another guy that was there with him called another guy named Todd. So he's Todd too. And so like Todd and Phil were texting the other day talking about, hey, Phil said, hey, is Todd 2 going? I'm like, wait, hold on, man. Am I Todd 2? Like I didn't meet the guy yet.
Somehow
So it's
he's
like-
both Todd 2 and Eric 2.
Right. Oh my God, man. So.
Don't tell Todd that. He'd be upset.
Oh,
Well,
it's,
I think
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna hear it.
turn
He's
this
gonna hear
part
it.
up. I'm gonna turn this part up. I'm gonna put a big Todd across the menu. So Caryn, what do you want to start us on today?
Yeah, so we're going to start with something different. We're going to start with 1885. So, with our bottle shape, our original bottle shape, it's not really conducive for bartenders.
Okay.
And so we wanted to really focus on them A lot of times brands don't always do that. We felt that was important. So we came out with 1885. Obviously, you can see it's in a standard, what we call a standard 1 liter bottle. And this is 85 proof. It's a 4-year-old bourbon. Mash bill's a little different. It's 76% corn, 15% rye, 9% malted barley. And it is designed to be a well bourbon.
Okay.
Okay.
Mixes really well. It's a great sipping bourbon just as it is. But the whole focus was to give the bartenders something that they could use that would hold up, and no matter what kind of cocktail you made, as well as make it a less expensive bottle for them to be able to use. So their cost is going to come down versus using our standard bottle. And yeah, it's really good.
So is that exclusively for bars?
The focus is for on-premise, yeah.
Okay.
In some markets, you would find it in a store, but in this particular market, you're going to mainly find it on the on-premise. You're not going to see it on the shelf.
Now, do y'all have any like specialty cocktails y'all have designed around it?
So yeah, our focus, especially with our brand, is going to be the Gold Rush.
Okay.
You know, just an old classic cocktail. We think the 1885 works really well with it. And yeah, you're going to see a bigger push on that this year coming from our brand to focus on the Gold Rush.
So I do love y'all's regular bottle, but I gotta say I love that. It's sleek. It's
Yeah.
it's modern. I
It's just
like
kind of
that.
classic,
that,
isn't it?
I call that a chug bottle.
Easy time.
Something about it
Right.
just makes me just want to drink straight from the
Well, you know, as soon as Adam Fayard watches this, he's gonna say bottle chug.
Yeah.
So
It'll
now
be
we got
too late.
So,
right.
as a bartender, another fun fact about this bottle is the side is like a textured paper. So
Yep.
Oh,
if you're
nice.
in the well and your hands are wet, it's got that grip on there.
I'll give you a nice heavy pour.
I'm gonna say that's a glug a glug
That's a
pour.
glug glug.
It's low proof, man.
It's a glug. If you can't handle it, it's okay.
Gotta do it as
Gosh, I
a.
hope that's thunder, man.
So do I, but I don't think it is. I think it's the neighbors just being obnoxious.
Oh
I
no.
want it to rain every day.
Me too. Until October.
Well, last night there was some good rain.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I love that.
You know, with our brand being started in 1885, we thought this was a good title for it. And again, as I said, this is 85 proof. It can be used as a sipping bourbon. I like to say, for the connoisseur, it is not meant to be a connoisseur's bourbon, but it can hold up in it as its own.
It's very.
I think it has a very light.
It's very fruity.
What did
Very-
you say the mash bill was?
76% corn,
Okay.
15% rye, 9% malted
I
barley.
smell the rye in this.
Yeah, you can smell it, but it's not. It's not coming up at you.
Right.
It's kind of passively.
You kind
in
of have
there.
to look for it, but
Yeah.
but it's like it's subtle, but it's there.
Yeah.
I get rye when I do deeper sniffs.
Are
That's
you
my rye
getting so?
sniff.
Are you getting that what I think you call not sassafras, but the one we talk about when we talk about like root beer?
That's sassafras.
Is it
That is
same?
sassafras.
Okay,
Mhm.
like it's kind of root beery. It's kind of
I can see that. Yeah, I definitely get a sweetness off of it. Maybe a little candy corn.
yeah, it's more. It's not so much sweet for me. It's more. It's like licorice, like a black
Okay.
licorice.
I mean, that might be some of the. I'm getting some more traditional notes on this one.
I was gonna say I pick up a little bit more citrus and honey.
I don't even know what I had in my glass.
I do.
last,
There
so-
is some
I mean, it's
there, and I think maybe that's what he's thinking of. Is that kind of rye, kind of that lighter like citrus kind
maybe
of
so.
kind
Maybe
of note
so.
there,
There's a fruitiness about it.
like that little. Like the first thing I get sweetness, but then if you get a little deeper, you get a little lighter note here. Let's see.
Well, no, sir. No, sir.
Don't tell me what.
I'm
what
telling you
grown
what to do.
Man.
Barely.
That-
He's
What? What?
Yeah, I know that. I know they caught the finger point. That was me waiting for the joke.
What joke?
That's me. That's me.
Cheers, guys.
Being ahead of the
Cheers.
game.
Not
Oh,
the
no,
water,
I-
Jazz.
Doctor recommended.
I
He's not
already
a doctor.
sipped it. I'm
I
messing up
actually-
the
He's,
flow.
he's only kind of a doctor.
There's no such thing.
I think it's.
Go ahead, Karen. Go ahead. Get on me. What I got?
No, precious, you're good.
I know. Thank you.
Bless his
I'm
heart.
glad you. I'm glad you confirmed that for me.
I can see this.
So the
Going in multiple cocktails. Honestly.
right that's the whole point. You know, sometimes you get a spirit that really only works good on your fruitier side, or it can't handle the ryes or the heavier mixers. And Jazz, you can speak to this, you know, with your background more so. I feel like the 1885, when we finally came to this is the proof, and this is the right mash bill for it. I think it works. It can hold its own all the way through any cocktail.
Yeah,
I can
versatile.
see this. I can see this working really well in an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Totally. And so lower proof point means that you're able to enjoy more cocktails without getting absolutely wasted.
I enjoy more anyway.
Well, totally.
I don't care about proof.
I just feel like, you know, sometimes you want a more sessionable cocktail. It's like you're out, you're socializing, you want to be out, and if you're having 3 high proof old fashions, well, you better drink some water and go to bed.
As Phil would say, the spigot is open.
You'll get to the same place. It's just a matter of time. You know?
Right. Right.
Matter of time.
Depends on the day. On how fast you need to get there.
Some days more than others.
Right.
Yeah, it does seem it seems versatile in the sense that you do get some sweetness, but you also do get that kind of little citrusy, kind of light kick to it.
You get and the rye does stand out, even though we got a little bit more corn content. That 15% rye holds its own to be able to withstand that, you know, that
So-
mixer.
In your old fashions, are you a rye or are you a bourbon?
In our old fashions,
In the if you were going to drink an old fashioned, would you go rye
your
or would
your
you go?
personal
my personal, I tend to like the sweeter side of everything, so I would probably stick with our standard bourbon, our 1885. If I want it to have more of a punch, then I'm definitely going to use our rye.
I like rye in an old fashioned, personally.
I myself am a weeded girl in almost anything.
I don't know if I've ever had a weeded bourbon in,
Oh my
in an
gosh.
old fashioned.
Like the bottled and bond as an old
I struggle
fashioned.
with weeded.
We did
struggle with weeded.
I'm with you on that, and I say this, and Jazz and I talk about this all the time when we're presenting. You know, weeded, it'll either sit on your palate right, or it's going to take you some time to understand it, and there's no right or wrong on it, but it goes back to, you know, things that you normally eat all the time too.
Weeded seems to be one of those things where people either love it
Or
or they can just do without it.
yeah. I mean, you're kind of like that though. You mean?
I mean, I tend to like weededs that are on the lower end of the wheat content. Like you wouldn't even necessarily know it's weeded.
I mean, their high wheat is incredible. Their the tan label that
Very
I
thing
like
is done.
that one because that one's that made our tournament.
It did.
this year. Made
Oh.
our end of the year tournament.
That's
by the
awesome.
way.
Yeah.
For
but yeah,
whiskey of the
Spoiler
year.
alert.
39% wheat in that, 106 proof.
It's so. I think that's such a well balanced whiskey, but we're not on Bardstown right now.
You're right, you're right.
We're on Green River.
No, it's okay. I mean, I think it's important to understand, and I think it's also important to remind ourselves as well as the viewers that, you know, whether it's a weeded bourbon, a high rye bourbon, a rye whiskey, the yeast strain makes a big difference. And so, you know, you can tweak that yeast strain and turn a weeded bourbon that you may not like into something that you do like. So I think it's important for, even from the consumer standpoint, don't judge it. Give it a chance and do some comparisons. Don't just rule out, I don't like weeded bourbons. Try them different ways. You know, one of our favorite ways to drink bourbon when we're out, if we're having a cocktail, is to do an espresso martini. And
Yes.
like I tell everybody, it's like if I want it to be sweeter, I'm going to use the weeded bourbon. You
makes
know,
sense.
because that's going to pull in those sweeter notes that are coming out of, you know, when it marries with the coffee. And but if I want it to have a kick, then I'm going to use either rye or high rye bourbon.
So, I'm guessing this is probably more of a distribution thing, but like, let's say we've got friends that have restaurants here, which we all do, right? We all have friends that run restaurants
Everybody's
and
got friends
bars
that
and
run
stuff.
restaurants.
Well, I mean, in New Orleans, it's kind of like you know somebody in our
Does he
bourbon
really
group.
have friends?
No,
Okay.
but I call them that for their benefit.
Yes, people that put up with them.
So if they wanted to get this like as a well bar,
Yeah.
a well bottle? I mean, what do they have to go through their distributor? Is that
Yeah,
something
yeah.
they could call you on, or can they call?
I mean, I don't know if I've seen this here.
I've
Yeah.
never seen it here. That's
Yeah,
why-
it's here. It's
Okay.
here. Yeah, all they have to do is just ask. We go through RNDC.
Okay.
Is our distributor here, and they can ask for it. The other thing that we did for it too. I mean, this is a very inexpensive bottle for the bartenders. I mean, their cost should be somewhere. It's sub $20 a bottle.
wow.
Plus, it's a liter, so
It's
you
a
get more.
liter,
Yeah.
You're getting
and
more
it
for
comes in a 12 pack or 12 bottles
Oh,
to
nice.
a case. And from a bar/restaurant
That's
standpoint,
big time.
that's huge. That's huge because it saves them. It saves them space. It saves everything. So yeah, they can definitely get it here. And yeah, we highly encourage it. And I would encourage them to try it. Try it in their well. You know, get a bottle from R&DC. Find out and see if it doesn't hold up and even surpass what they may already be using.
I think it's a pretty versatile
Very
cocktail
very
Yeah.
versatile.
whiskey because
It's not bad neat. I mean, it's
No, that's
fine.
what I
It's-
said.
It's very. I mean, you could definitely tell it doesn't have the proof that we're used to.
Right. That's what I'm
But
saying.
like this could also be like a semi good introduction to bourbon.
And what I try to tell connoisseurs when I'm presenting, and I present this to them, I always tell people, get your mind right.
Mm-hmm.
This is not, you know, we're not going to be entering this in the LA Spirits competition or,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? But it holds its own. And like you said, for somebody just starting to get into bourbon, it's 85 proof. It's a nice, easy drink.
It's a very very.
Yeah.
Plus, you're getting even though it's not weeded, I think you get some of that softness. you
I was
get
gonna
from-
say
from the
like
weeded.
I get a lot of like I say
Yeah.
a lot, but I get wheat on this. I don't
But-
know why, but I get wheat on this.
But you also get a little bit of rye kick, like a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of like citrusy, kind of lighter notes, and then I think you also get a little kind of mid palate fruitiness from it.
Yeah.
So it can kind of.
it's got a range. I mean, it's definitely got a range to it.
You go back and smell the glass now, and you really pick up a whole bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And again, everything that we do is non-chill filtered.
I'm still getting that licorice. Like there's something licoricey on it that I can't.
Man, y'all got to catch up.
And you had the biggest pour. Here we go again.
We had a
It's gonna
buddy.
get interesting.
Just say party time, baby.
A buddy come on for a Still Austin show.
Oh, God.
Where he gave us. We were going through like
Do you know
5
Edgar,
or 6
huh?
bottles.
Do I?
I
And
think
he-
you
and he-
do.
His
I'm
first
pretty
pour
sure
for
you
me
do.
was
It's
like
very
3
possible.
ounces.
He's,
Oh
a, he's
my.
a
And
cigar
they were
guy.
all like.
Big cigar guy.
Oh, okay. Then
But I think
Higher
you do know
proof.
him. But he came in and he
He's like,
just,
oh, that's what I pour for myself. I'm like,
Oh,
Like,
I have-
hey, you talking about gluggas. I'm talking about we were pouring 115, 120 proof Still Austin stuff about right here. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna pour from here on.
And we were trying to do one glass, so you couldn't really move on until you.
Oh yeah.
So
You really got to have a little
Little
dump glass or something.
Oh, we're not wasting.
Oh, boy.
It's- we
I
are
mean,
not
if that was
wasting.
if it was like 120 proof, we might have an issue. But 85, I can handle
You're
that.
good?
That's basically what I.
What if I told you no water? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
it's not a challenge.
It's
I
not a
swear.
challenge. I was just playing.
Look, I'm
Please
weird, right?
hydrate.
I will eat.
Man,
I will eat
Hydrate,
dinner late.
hydrate.
I will eat dinner late so I can finish drinking because I'm not gonna drink, then eat dinner and bust my palate and then go back to drinking. No, I'll eat dinner at 11 if I have to. If I can, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get my
Oh,
taste buds right.
boy.
You know,
You know how many ounces you're supposed to drink a day
none.
as a
Do you know how many you're supposed to drink a day? None.
40-year-old male?
How many?
How many?
Yeah, how many, Phil?
I was asking.
Asking for a friend?
I think it's like around 3.
I'm just trying to figure out how you look closer to 40
Yeah.
than me, and I am 40.
I work harder.
Yeah, that's what you're going with.
Life ain't easy.
Stupid.
I'll say I haven't had any of your rye. I did have a. I think that's what were they in the Sazeracs?
Yes.
Do you know what that was? Was that a standard recipe on that Sazerac, or was it? I felt like I tasted like peppermint.
So we partnered with Porchlight out of New York, and then the home team at Sylvain. So the bar that was closest to the front window, it was their own like twist on it.
Okay.
And I wish that I could tell you what that note was, but I do not remember the recipe.
And I was going to say the same thing with the espresso martini. There was a note in that I picked up too, and I forgot to go back and
Yeah, I
review
was
it.
getting like a mint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had a Sazerac, a Julep, a Gold Rush, and an Espresso Martini, and I think each one was a twist on the classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were good though.
But this, yeah, that was I kind of like the mintiness on. Sometimes Sazerac, I mean, I know it's real popular around here, but it's one of those cocktails that aren't consistent. Like you can have a bad Sazerac,
Caryn's
too
trying to
sweet,
get us
too
wasted.
licoricey,
I saw what
whatever.
she poured for Jazz.
Old fashions are sometimes like that. Long Island iced teas are like that.
Oh, that smells.
Where like
fabulous.
depending on which bar you go to, it's gonna taste totally different.
Yeah,
Even if they're supposed to be just a normal cocktail.
I feel like for the Long Island iced tea specifically, people are really just doing whatever the heck, and
Just throwing every well in there.
yeah. And I'm sure that they're not using a jigger. I feel like the Long
whatever
Island is
Chili's
just
is
kind of.
Chili's, keep it up.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
All right.
I liked that minty note I got in it though. Cause
You
well, sometimes Sazeracs can get a little in old fashioned can get a little sweet for me, and I just want to kind
You tend to
Mellow
like
that
that
out.
mint note though in more stuff
A
than
little
I
mundane
do.
on some of it. All right.
This is my first experience just with the rye itself.
With our rye?
Me too.
Okay, so our rye is 95% rye, 5% malted barley. Obviously, the 90, as we call it, 95.5. That was made very popular by MGP. But we too laid this down. We didn't lay as much of it down when we first started distilling, so it took us a little longer to have enough to where we could put it out on the market and not run out.
When I hear 95.5, the first thing I
The
go
first
to
thing you
is
think is that it's MGP, but we laid it down as well,
Automatically
and
gonna
so
like
this
this
is
better.
ours. Now the difference is when you have a 95.5 rye, and rye is an acquired taste, you know, and typically when you nose ryes, they're very strong and very forward on the spices, but I describe our rye as a bourbon lover's rye. The reason that I say that is because when you're making rye whiskey, usually you use a different yeast strain that's going to match with that rye grain a little better. Because rye's a beast to work with. It's a real pain in the butt, to be honest with you. But we use the same yeast strain that we made our bourbon with to make our rye whiskey with. So that's why I describe this as a bourbon lover's rye. So if you're trying to like rye, this is not going to be all up in your business. It's going to give you the spices that come from a rye. It's going to give you some of the pepper, but it's very fruit forward.
Yeah.
And very
Sounds
citrusy.
like almost like a fruit.
Yeah.
If you did not, if I handed this to you and you didn't know what was poured in it, I seriously doubt you would say that this was. You might say it's a rye, but you wouldn't say it was a 95.5 rye.
No,
I
this smells
smell-
nothing like an MGP
No,
95.5.
not even close.
No.
I do smell citrus in it though.
It
so
does
so
smell
Karen,
fruity,
like for some of the people out here that don't know why rye is such a beast to work with, what makes rye so hard to work with?
Well, the first thing, let me rephrase that question. What makes rye so expensive for the consumer?
Ah.
How's that? Because typically a rye whiskey is going to cost the consumer
It
more.
does.
Right. Ours does not. We priced ours the exact same price line as our wheated bourbon and our high rye
Okay.
bourbon. Very unusual, simply because the rye grain is more expensive for us to buy. When we mill it, it's very sticky grain, so it actually muddles up our hammer mills more. So again, more attention to that and more cleaning that more. When we ferment, if we're fermenting bourbon, we'll leave about 8 inches of clearance in our fermenters. When we're making rye whiskey, we have to leave 16 inches.
Okay.
So now we're going to produce less.
Less, yep.
Right? And then the final straw is when we run it through the still. We clean our still typically about every 5 days, or excuse me, about every 2 weeks when we're making bourbon. But when we're making rye whiskey, we have to do it every 5 days.
Oh wow.
And that's because, again, the stickiness of everything.
It's kind of
So
an old still, right? It's old. It's not.
No.
Is it copper on the inside or is it stainless?
it's a stainless steel still. It's 54 inches in diameter and 4 stories tall.
I thought y'all had like a what the one?
Now our copper doubler is old.
Oh, that's okay.
Our
That's the
copper
original one, right?
Well, original to the medleys. It was from 1984.
Okay.
It's older than me. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's older than me too.
It's older than
Nice
me,
try though.
too.
I can't speak. So yeah, those fun facts. So that's what makes a rye whiskey typically cost the consumer more. So we just wanted people to drink it, and we wanted to make it a reasonably priced rye whiskey. So again, we have a 5-year-old profile in this, so we're using 4, 5, and 6-year-old barrels. 95 proof, so it's a great, nice inline, and it will hold up in anything.
And what's the price point on
Same as our wheated and our
Okay.
high rye bourbon. So our suggested retail on this is $34.99.
I see. I
for
can
a 5-year-old rye? That's
You tried it?
I'm talking about the price point for a
How much?
I'm-
$34.99.
Oh wow! I'm gonna tell you, dude. I just tried it. That's really good. It's very herbally.
Yeah. It's not all up, as I like to say, it's not all up in your business.
That's what I can see why you said this is a bourbon drinker's rye. I can see if you're trying to get somebody in on rye.
Yes.
This is
it.
Great intro.
This-
food on the back.
Yeah.
Very fruity. It's like pear on the back end.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
this.
some ryes can
And-
be a bit sharp.
Yes.
There's nothing sharp.
And
about
as I tell people, when you're drinking rye whiskey compared to a bourbon, get your mind right. It's going to be earthier.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be drier to your palate. But this brings out the citrus,
Mm-hmm.
the florals, the baking spices. It gives you the essence of a super powerful rye whiskey, but it doesn't tear you apart.
It doesn't overwhelm you at all. It's funny because, like, we use the term earthy a lot, right? But, like, when I think earthy, and this is obviously not y'all's brand, right? But, like, when I think earthy, I think Willet, right? Like, when I think earthy, I think dirt. Like, so, and I don't mean that in a
Thought you
bad
did
way.
grass
Right.
on Willet.
I get grass and I get dirt on Willet, right? And it's not always a bad thing, right? But, like,
I ate dirt as a kid.
And look how you turned out.
shocked.
Look at
I'm
it.
shocked.
I'm a doctor, so
I'm
I mean,
shocked, kind of. So when I describe earthiness, it's like I kind of have to be in a mood for that, right? I can drink rye every day. I like rye. Well, Todd says I hate rye.
he hates rye.
Okay,
You hate rye.
I don't hate rye. I like good ryes. I don't like dumpy ryes.
You don't like bad rye? That's
Yeah, exactly.
provocative.
You like dumpy stuff, so
Well,
I'm
and
a
I,
man of the people, man.
I tell people too, when you're going from bourbon to rye whiskey, you're going from white bread to rye bread. So if you constantly think of those things and don't prejudge the pour, and just get your mind right and understand what you're tasting, then it'll help you to understand what we're trying to describe and why we understand that where the goodness is in it. And ryes, as Jazz will attest to, they make phenomenal mixers.
$35.
$35.
And
I
that's,
know, right?
That's why if I just go home and want a few drinks for the day or just a blind or something, you kind of want to keep. If I'm gonna pop a rye, I'm gonna drink rye. The rest, I don't think it's fair.
I'm all over the place.
I mean, especially in blinds. Like if you're blind in rye,
That's different.
like you're gonna get, like this might taste this for sure would taste a lot different next to a bourbon, right?
I
And
would be curious to
and some
put
things
this-
you wouldn't necessarily, and that's why I tell people like in blinds, like I don't think it's the best way to tell what you like. I think it's the best way to kind of like refine your palate and pick out like individual notes, where like a note is gonna pop out more in conjunction to like another note, and then you start getting used to like this is what that note is, and so when you taste a little less of it in something else, it's familiar. So I think blinds would be a better way to not tell what you like. So I'm gonna keep a rye with other ryes.
I understand what you're saying on that. My only challenge to you on our rye is because it is such an atypical 95.5 rye. I would put it in a blind with a bourbon.
Okay.
I would put it in a blind.
I could see that.
I would put it in a blind with your high rye bourbons.
Okay.
And
That's
the
fair.
reason I would do that, and I would even throw a wheated bourbon in there, simply because typically on wheated bourbons you get a lot of citrus notes. Well, you're getting citrus on this. And typically on a high rye bourbon, you're going to pull out some of the spices. Well, you're getting that on this too. So could you really tell the difference between those three?
Generally on high rise,
You don't.
he and I
you
get
don't really know.
he and I get a pencil shaving note. He gets it more on the
can see
nose.
that.
I get it more on the
They
palate.
used to make fun of me for that.
I've
note.
never made fun of you because I understood it.
Did you eat a lot of pencil
He did.
shavings?
Well, I chewed
Look
on
at
pencils.
look at
but
him. You know what this? So this. man, I'm gonna tell you, this reminds me of their high wheat. The not in profile, but like in the fact that it's sub $50. This hits way above its weight.
Yes.
This is one of the better. This is one of the better ryes I've had, dude.
Yeah. This is our rye has really taken a forefront in a lot of different places because it has surprised so many people.
It's
And
very
there
well
and
balanced.
I'll be honest with you, from a female standpoint, it surprises a lot of women because we get a lot of women that go, "Wow, I've never liked rye before, and I really like this one."
Well,
So
we did we did an event, a tasting at Sazerac House, and the lady that was putting it on said that generally women go towards ryes because of the spice profile in it. So I don't know.
I don't know. I think it depends on your demographics. I
Okay.
think it depends on location too, because, you know, up north in the Wisconsin area, Michigan area, wheat
Okay.
wheat is dominant up there. So I think it does depend on the area of the country where you live too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
no,
that's
this is another one I think would also be a good cocktail rye.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
it's very
This
good.
would
Absolutely.
to me.
Absolutely.
So like I said, when I say I like ryes in a cocktail, ryes in a old fashioned, this would crush it. Like
Yeah.
generally with an old fashioned, I'm putting Sazerac rye in it because it's cheap. I'm not going to pour a, super expensive rye, in a cocktail. I mean, who does that, right?
Yeah.
But no, this would probably. I mean, this might be better.
Yeah, it's those fruit notes for me, man.
I like this a lot, man. I like. What's the proof on this?
95.
Yeah, it's solid.
The fruit's not something I typically get on ryes. It's especially in 95.5, you would expect something more herbally,
Yeah.
more minty,
Well, I
more
got
sharp.
herbal in this. I mean, it was herbally for me. It was like a tea. I got kind of like a tea on this.
Yeah, I could see that.
It was like a fruit tea.
Yeah,
To
I
me.
liked it. So what we're gonna do next? We're gonna jump into a little bit different here. We're gonna go. I think it's a mai tai, right? Or rye tai.
Rye tie.
That's
Rye
So
tai.
what is that? Basically a cocktail in a bottle.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, the
Ready
fruit
to drink?
Pre-mixed.
yeah, it's pre-mixed. Rye's already in here.
Ooh, it looks like a bourbon.
Yeah. So when,
It's like
when
straight
you
whiskey.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. So at our Bardstown campus, you can go there and you can get a ready-made.
Like a barrel-aged old-fashioned or Manhattan. You can get it in the restaurant, but we also have them in little bottles so you can take them home.
Oh, wow.
We didn't have that, so we were like, you know what, we could do that too. So we did two different ones. This one happens to be the rye tie, and since how we were featuring the rye whiskey, we thought we'd bring this one down. And then we also have an old-fashioned that you can get. Now these are distillery and release only, so
This is a tasting room too.
yeah, and the tasting rooms, so you can get it at any of the 4 locations.
Okay.
There, the 2 tasting rooms or either of the distilleries.
And yeah, cocktail in a bottle. I mean,
Yep,
it's
cocktail in a
pretty-
bottle,
pretty
ready to
awesome.
drink. It's good to go, and this guy is 80 proof.
I also want to point out how cute this label
I love
is.
that
Like
label.
I'm sure the camera can't clearly see it, but it's adorable.
Yeah.
Is it palm trees?
Kind
They're
of, sort of.
they're like
That's what it looks like.
I say
palm fronds.
there's something tropical going on for sure,
I'm
but
all into tropics. So.
adorable.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get that poured up.
Yep. This one is 60% alcohol, so 30% ABV. And
Careful, Phil. You're gonna get wasted.
yeah, no, it's really good. It's just really good. Let's just go
Rye
ahead and enjoy
tie.
it.
That seems
It sounds like
fairly unique.
it sounds like it'd be a mai tai.
Yeah,
Well, I
well, it
think
is,
that's
but we
the-
used our rye whiskey with it.
It's not
I'll give you a little bit more.
the
more
it's a
of
low
that.
proof, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
this
like
smells
it.
like-
I like it just how it is. The ready-to-drink market has become really popular, and we wanted to do something so that we had, could compete with that as well as
Whoa.
give our consumers something to be able to take home with them. And for those that may not drink it neat, they have they don't even have to think anything of it. They can just pour it out, pour it over ice.
This
and
smells like it would be great on ice. Like
Yeah.
it just feels like a
This-
cold, like a nice
Yeah.
cold
Oh, yeah.
Smells like
candy.
Yeah.
fruit punch Starburst.
Fruit punch star.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It does. A lot of Starburst on it.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Get a lot of pineapple on it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
It's tropical.
Yeah.
Very tropical.
Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm digging that nose.
Yeah. And you think about it in the summertime, how good would this be over, large cube of ice, just crushed ice.
Crushed
anything.
ice sitting on the beach,
Yeah.
not doing a damn thing.
Let's say making it easy to entertain. Like you don't have to bartend.
What
you just
and
gotta pour it.
what does this typically run?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. It's actually new. I'd say probably a month-ish old.
Yeah.
Or if it was 2 months old, I'd be surprised. It just hit the tasting rooms and the distilleries.
So it's not even here yet.
Yeah.
No, this isn't.
Drink it slow, Phil.
You are the first people in
Slowly it's
Louisiana
Hey,
to taste it.
2 years in a row, man. Thank y'all. First in Louisiana. Hey, we're great. Y'all are awesome.
I am shocked
Cheers.
by this nose.
It's kind like there's a vanilla note in here, like amongst the fruit, like amongst the fruit punch. There's a vanilla note in there.
Oh, this is a vacation drink for sure.
This is you'll get in trouble. 'Cause
Yeah, it'd take a while at 60.
not for some people.
Yeah, for some people, I agree.
It kind of plays a psychological trick on you because you look at the bottle and it's the
It
same
looks
bottle.
like
Yeah.
whiskey.
Like you're thinking like whiskey, and then you drink it and you're like, this is.
Dude, Charlotte would probably drink this. It's heavy pineapple,
Yeah,
Totally.
which I like. I like
very
pineapple.
fruity.
This is tropical. Like fruit punchy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm shocked.
There's, I mean,
and
yeah.
I think it just must be the bottle because it's pre-mixed cocktail, but like for whatever reason I was expecting it to just taste like a fruity rye.
Well, I think the other thing that impressed me about it when we came out with it is it's not thick.
No, it's not syrupy.
It's not syrupy. Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing because a lot of times when you get the ready to drinks, they can be a little thicker, a little more syrupy. Sugar forward, I guess they can be, and I don't feel like this one is.
I mean, it's sweet for sure.
It's
Yeah.
a fruit bomb.
But it's definitely a fruit bomb. No, I dig this, man. Like this is like a. I know it's like a tropical thing, like summer or whatever. But I mean, I feel like if you got a gathering for like Christmas or whatever, and everybody's chilling, you could put this over ice and just kind of
Yeah.
serve this out, and it's gonna be pretty.
This is something where, like, if you put a blindfold on and drank it, and you opened your eyes and took the blindfold off,
Like,
and
what
you
the-
wouldn't expect to see a brown,
no.
A brown
liquid.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
maybe a
Is
little red liquid
red.
or
Yeah.
something like that,
or
in there.
yellow, more
Or
yellowish.
is this gonna be in Louisiana?
No, this is strictly distillery release only. So this is going to
Dad.
be available at both distilleries, the main distilleries, as well as our both tasting rooms.
So when it gets close to Christmas, we might go ahead and text that fancy little group chat of ours. Get y'all to send a little care package.
Send a little care package. Or get your dad to pick some up tomorrow.
Father.
Father. He calls them that for real though. That's the funny part.
I'd like to try the
Old fashioned.
the old fashioned.
Yeah, we have an old fashioned. Yeah.
I generally when I want a cocktail, I generally gravitate towards the old fashioned. But this is delicious.
Well, and I think for the old fashioned, sometimes it's a little intimidating
Yeah.
for people to make it home, or it's intimidating to go out and order one because there's so many different varieties of
Right.
it. So at least this way you're getting a consistency on it,
I don't-
and it's really good.
I have a bartender friend that introduced me to a pecan old fashioned, and what he did was soaked pecans in, I think he said Buffalo Trace, and he just soaked it for I think he said 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and
I love an infusion.
oh my God,
Like 'em smoked.
Yeah.
it was so good. I've never had it. I don't know if I've ever had a smoked one, but
I had
like
a little
that
smoker
pecan
at
old
the
fashioned
house.
was
So-
crushing.
Have you ever had a Toronto?
Uh,
So a Toronto is a riff on an old fashioned, but you're using a little bit of simple syrup and a little bit of Fernet, and you're getting some like darker, more like bitter herbal flavors out of that Fernet. But right now, I am obsessed with orange peel infusing the Fernet first and then making the Toronto, and it's like to me a perfect cocktail.
oh wow.
My issue with old fashions, like you were saying, it's just not a consistent.
Yeah.
You go from one, and then you get this idea in your head of like this is this is my idea of an old fashioned, and then you go someplace and you order it, and it's like, I just
Total, and it
it's
seems
not
like it should be
necessarily
simple.
bad, it's
No,
just
a lot of
like
them
not what
water
you're
it down.
expecting.
A lot of them will either water it down or they'll use just like the cheapest crap they've got that they can just throw in it.
I think that it feels like it should be simple. Like, okay, an old fashioned, you've got a sugar element, a whiskey, and
And a
then
bitter.
bitters.
Yeah.
But it's like, are they using a sugar cube or are they using a simple syrup? And is the simple syrup like a 1-to-1 or a rich simple? Or what type of bitters are you using? Because like
Sugar-
a lot
sugar-
of bitters
sugar- I think-
versus
What kind of cherries?
I feel
Yeah.
like sugar cubes are like the best
I
way.
don't even
And-
really use cherries in mine typically.
Oh, I love cherries in an old fashioned.
And then even the amount of bitters, like some people are putting 2 dashes, some people are putting 6 dashes. It's like there are all these little tweaks that you can make. One of my favorite like things to take on the road is a build your own old fashioned bar. And I have 4 types of simple and then like 12 types of bitters. And I'm like, all right, like let's play, because I think that if you have an old fashioned that you like to make, you tend to just make that same exact thing every time.
Yeah, I do.
It's
That's
like,
what I
well,
do.
there are a lot of different ways to go about it. Like you guys are lucky. Down here you have El Guapo bitters. Those are incredible bitters, and
Don't we normally use Angus?
Well,
Angus?
that's kind of the standard is the Angostura.
Yeah.
look into some of the
El
El Guapo bitters. Like I feel like you could build your old fashioned the same way every time and just use a different one of their bitters and have an extreme different experience, even with the same bottle.
There's definitely sugar in this.
Oh yeah.
I know I can feel it. Because I spilled a little.
Oh yeah.
And my fingers are sticking to it.
Oh for sure.
I haven't experienced that with whiskey. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh for sure, because this is 60 proof.
Yeah.
So but it does have our rye in it. So, and it's it's a ready made, good to go.
Yeah. No, this is delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a brown.
It's not.
liquid
Listen. It's
experience.
not. It's not. Look, guys.
Yeah.
Look, if you're looking for a single barrel 120 proofer, this ain't it. But if you're looking for
No.
something for your wife and she wants a cocktail, and y'all just want to hang
Or your
loose,
husband.
or your husband, right?
Or you're doing a cocktail party, dinner party, and you want to have a consistent cocktail for the whole night, and you don't want to have to deal with standing there being the bartender all night. Right, exactly.
Right or rice.
Pour,
All day.
pour and go.
Ooh, swim up pool bar.
Man. Hey, great job, Phil. I'm proud
Did
of
it.
you.
You
Now grab your Green River coaster that you want to throw at the camera, and we're not gonna hold these ladies up any longer than we already have.
I like food.
Yeah, me too.
Let me eat.
yeah, right. Let's get the coaster
Guys,
thrown so you can eat.
Thank y'all for
Waffle
tuning in,
House.
Caryn, Jazz. Thank y'all so much for joining us again. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Love having y'all here every year.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Hopefully, it's not a whole year before we get to do this
Hopefully
again.
not.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Aim it up,
We can
Phil.
have a whiskey club event.
We
Yeah.
do need to get out. We do need to get out to Bardstown and bring all of our fancy recording equipment and do something at the vintage library.
Well, if my dad can't pick up my bottles, I'll be at Bardstown like 3 times in the next couple months.
Well,
You heard-
heck,
you heard
let's
that-
do
you
a
heard-
little bit
you
everywhere.
heard that?
Downtown
Yep.
tasting rooms
I will
at the
be at Bardstown.
distillery.
I will be at Bardstown. Not we.
I did hear it.
What a jerk.
You weren't
Line it
there.
up, Phil. Let's go.
Going for 4?
Nope.
4 in a row.
Nope.
Oh, I'm getting
Ooh.
really good
No,
at
you're
this.
really
That's
not.
I'm getting really good at this.
We're just gonna leave that one alone.
Finally, one that backfires on you.
We're gonna. It didn't backfire on me. I know where I was in 1984.
Me too.
You weren't even a twinkle in an eye, were
Sure
you?
wasn't. That's why I remember it.
The world
So-
was beautiful in 83.
You know why? Do you know why the world was beautiful? Because neither one of us were around.
So much more peaceful. So yeah,
Yeah.
Quiet, and just trying to avoid an edit. Good job, Phil.
Throw a brother a bone, man. Let him know.
I'm not throwing you anything.
Jeez.
Your little legs. I don't want your little legs to wear out
You're
chasing
doing
it.
it again.